Hi guys, and welcome to another video. I had to make this video just to explain a few problems with the current scoring system in Eurovision and why that might not really be working for us in this type of videos. We just did the semifinals, probably you've already watched them. There's like some voting going on with you guys plus the jurors. Number one issue that I figured it happened is because we only have 2 sets of votes. Even if all your 10 people and our 10 people are different, there will still be 6 countries that will get 0 points, and that's not good because obviously those 6 are not the same. Another issue that arises is how do you rank the countries that are outside the top 10 and still somehow make a difference between them. Just imagine like the real Eurovision when there are like 40 countries competing, and one of the countries, let's imagine, just by absurd, it ends on 11th place on all 39 countries that vote. That country will finish with 0 points. As well, a country that might get 26th place on 38 of the countries, but a 10th place on the last country, they do get a point, which means they move ahead of the country that finished 11th pretty much everywhere. In order to solve that issue and to solve the issue with all the 0 point countries that would have in our grand final when we give all the points, I just tried to think and to come with a solution for that. And I've been working for like some simulations that I'm gonna show you right now, one of them, and I'm trying to explain it to you guys how this voting is gonna work, just so we don't have countries with 0 points, but it's still fair and it's still 50% us and 50% you guys. I want this to really be kept on 50-50. Unfortunately, for that to work, we have to give up the ranking, like giving points from 1 to 8 and then 10 and 12, because those are only 10 of the countries, and obviously we have to rank all the countries also under. In your case, this is an easy solution because you guys are voting on all of them, so pretty much all of them are getting votes, and you do make some sort of a difference between each other. On the other hand, we as jurors, we don't do that because we only give points to the 10 countries and no one knows what you're doing with the rest. In the real Eurovision, the jurors have to rank all of the countries from 1 to 25 or 26, and those 5 jurors from each country's ranks get averaged, and whoever has the smaller average gets the first place and second place and third place. But in the end, still only top 10 gets points, and you don't know what happens with the rest. I always found that a little bit unfair. So now I'm gonna show you my screen and I'm gonna try to explain the solution I think I came up with. And please guys, let me know if you agree with it or if you don't. If you still wanna keep it the same way, it's fine. Just keep in mind that if your 10 countries are the same as our 10 countries in the end, that means that we will have 16 countries with 0 points. I'm not sure how well you can see this, but I hope everything is pretty good. I know in the beginning everything looks a little bit confusing and they're just like a bunch of numbers, but I'm gonna try to explain everything for you, and I'm pretty sure that in the end you will understand. It's not really all that complicated. Maybe the math behind it is a bit more confusing, but the results are really simple. I made here a simulation with I think 18 countries and the number of votes that you guys would give. This right here is the total amount of votes given. In order for us jurors to get the same chances as you guys, we would have to give the exact same amount of points back. So the way I thought to do that is by us jurors to rank all the countries from 1 to 18. After we do that, we will have here like the average ranking of each country. Now here I also wrote like how the results will actually look like with the Eurovision rules. Those would be the amount of points we would give at this point in this type of simulation. And these are the points that you guys would give with this type of simulation. One of the biggest issues in the end is that these countries, they all get 0 points. And in the end, we don't even know how they rank because there is no way to make a difference between them. So I thought to imagine the ranks as points for us and to see how many points we would give. Remember, those are not the actual points, it's like the rankings. The judges give in total 855 points compared to the 1948 votes. That means that we have to multiply our points by 2.28. Here you can see how this would look like when each juror gives out their points and not the rankings. Of course, the points are based on the ranking. There is a margin of error though, because every juror is supposed to give out 389.88 points. Obviously, all this would be with decimals, but I thought this would be a little bit confusing to say like Georgia 17.63 points. That's not as fun. But I don't think this issue is too big. The maximum amount of points that we would give too much or not enough would be 0.5. With 5 jurors, that means that the maximum amount of votes that we would get more or less than your televotes would be 2.5. And probably with 26 countries competing, that really will not make a difference. Also, something else interesting that I've noticed with this simulation is the fact that this really takes into account also how big the difference is between the first place and the second place on televote. So really pretty much the reason why I thought of this is because in the end every country will actually get points and we can actually have a rank from 1 to 26. It won't be just like 13 countries with points and all the rest will have 0. So guys, once more, please let me know what you think. If you do think that it's just better to keep the Eurovision rules, I will do that, even though that might not be as exciting, but to be fair, like Eurovision fair, maybe it is more fair, I'm not sure. At the same time, for the excitement, probably to like reveal the winner, it's a lot better to have points for all the countries, even those that are below 11. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget that you can still vote for the 2 semifinals. You still have time until Tuesday night. At that point, I am gonna take the results from your voting from my group. Probably I'm gonna put the link where you can go to vote also in this video. Just please guys, don't give me your top 10s in a comment. That's not what I'm looking for. This is not the top 10 based thing. You can vote for however many countries you want. You can vote for one country or 18 countries, it doesn't matter, just vote for the countries that you would like, the countries that you would actually send a vote for if it would be the real Eurovision. Thank you guys for watching this video, I hope it wasn't too confusing. Have a great day and stay safe. Bye.